Hi guys, I am live here. All right. For those of you that are watching the replay, as I always say, let me open up the chat box. As I always say, I will definitely put the time that the actual live starts because with the YouTube algorithm, it takes us a while to um, let people know that I'm going live. So, and today I have something very, very special for you guys. I'm doing something a little bit different. You'll see like a little whiteboard around here. We're going to talk about, I'm going to give you some effective ways to communicate with women in a relationship or when you're dating them and things like that. So, hi guys, hi there. Tell me where everybody is chiming in from. I'd love to see you. Hey Jay, nice to see you here. Thanks for coming. Hi Vladimir. Hi Armand. I believe that's how you pronounce it, Armand. Hello, TG. Hi guys. Hi, Jeffrey. Nice to see you. I'm sitting so close to the camera because I have something behind me and I'm kind of like, I can't move here, guys. So it's like, I'm going to do something with you. So please stay tuned. This is going to be really valuable information. Hi, guys. Thanks so much for joining. Oh, I love seeing you guys. I love doing lives because when I have a stressful day and I do lives, like I just feel so amazing. And I was like, I need to do a live today. I need to talk to my community. So hi from London, awesome. From Africa, from Egypt, hi from Ireland, awesome. Excuse me. Hi Zach, hi Michigan, hi Marty, hi Mike. All right, wonderful. So I want to get started. I see everybody is now chiming in, which is great. So the tools that I'm going to give you today are basically, I call it the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6 ways to effectively communicate. And then I'm going to kind of go into the reasons of why. This is part of what I do in my boot camps. And this is asked a lot from men. Like men ask me all the time, like, Apollonia, how do I effectively communicate either with my girlfriend or the girl that I like? And how do I set standards? How do I set boundaries? Like, how do I know? And like, it's just so much. So I get it. And I hear you guys. And this is why my boot camps are so valuable, because not only are we going to also talk about like how the woman's brain works, but we also do pick up, activities. I teach you how to talk to women, how to approach them the right ways, which is a pickup way. But what also I do is I teach you how to have sustainable relationships with someone that you were really interested in, and how to really eye out the good girls from the bad girls so you stop attracting unavailable women. And one of the sessions is about effective communicating with women. So I talk about being assertive, how to be assertive instead of aggressive, like what's the difference, how to set boundaries with women, and things like that. So what I'm doing for you today is I'm going to show you part of what I do in my boot camp, so I can give you one of these tacticals and these techniques that I do here on my boot camps. I want to give it to you on my live, and I think it's really, really valuable. So a lot of times, and I want to hear from you guys, like, do you guys like sometimes get lost when it comes to communicating with women? Like either you're not lost for words, but you're just like, okay, we just had an argument. What the hell should I do? How should I approach this? What do I say? Give me a yes or give me an emoji or something to tell me like this is happening to you. Because I want to hear this. Like, because this is a lot of my clients struggle with this and they book sessions with me because they're just like, how do I start making her hear me? How can I just show her that I'm going to be able to listen to her, like things like that. So give me a yes, drop me an emoji. I want to hear from you guys and tell me like if this is something that is happening to you, stay here because this is going to be really valuable information. And plus, this is also going to help you if you're like an introvert and you just want to talk to women that you might have your eye on. This can also work too. Okay, so first I want to go over like if there's a problem, right? So like this can be in your relationship, right? So this can be, I might have to stand up for this, guys, in a second, but because I want to really break this down for you. This can be in a relationship and a problem, or when you're starting to date a girl a month in, 2 months in, whatever the case may be, and you're just like, hit a wall because something happened, and either you're like, I have to say something, I just don't know how, or I have to stand up for myself, I have to set boundaries, there's a problem, right? So the problem is the first thing that starts, right? So I'm gonna have to get up, guys, sorry. So I'm gonna show you this. All right, so this is hilarious. Okay, so the problem is here, right? So here we are, here's the question, okay? That's the problem, right? So here, this is the problem. And we got to start communicating in 6 different ways. So the 6 different ways that we are going to start communicating with women when we are, I can make this square a little bit better. I'm so anal when it comes to this stuff. Bear with me. This will bother me. So what happens is when we are faced with problems with women, we tend to freeze up, or we're like, what the hell do I say? Or where in the world do I start, right? So we're saying this. So I'm gonna get on my knees here because this is probably better. There we go. So what is happening here is we're just like, what in the world do we do? How do we question their intentions, and how do I do it, and what does this mean? So we're gonna give you 6 ways that you start communicating with women when you're in a relationship. This can be so effective when you're in a relationship too, when problems arise, because a lot of times what we do is we tend to just come from I, or ego, ego, ego. But instead of problem solving ways, we get nothing settled, and then we're just like upset. We're upset with our partner, we're upset with what's going on in our relationship, and so on, right? So here's the next one. So I'm gonna give you 6 things. So first you wanna start with here. What I call, this is the first question you're gonna ask. Typically, depending on the conversation, you start with where, like where? And then the problem solving, another problem solving, first thing that you ask is when. And I'm gonna break these down on why to you in a second. I hope you guys can see this. I hope it's not backwards, whatever. And then you're gonna go how, here, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit more. I'm just giving you the 6 things that you need to focus on all the time when you're communicating with women, no matter if you're picking them up, no matter if you're in a relationship, no matter what. The next one is what. I would definitely encourage you guys to take notes for this live. And then the next one here is who. Okay. And then the next one here is why. All right. All right, so we're going to talk about these and how you can use them and why. All right, so let me get over here to my chair a little bit. All right, so here is the tools that I'm giving you guys in regards to how do you effectively communicate, right? So I'm going to give you an example. And the reason why I think these are so life-changing for relationships, and it happens so much like in my coaching sessions. Like for instance, the reason why I did this live is because I did this with one of my clients, and I do it with all of my clients that are having troubles with communicating in their relationships, but this is so effective when they put it to work that he's actually saved his relationship, and now they're just like flourishing, and this girl's like, what in the world did you do? Like, what happened here, you know? So that's why I want to give you these tools. So the where is always a discovery question, you know, like where do we go from here? Where you know, where would you like us to be? You know, things like that. Because when we are in an argument, sometimes it's like, we're just like, well, what do you want me to do? Like, that's not what we do, even though what is on there, obviously. So what can I help you to do? But what is also specifying something. So when you're reflecting and you're like, what do you want me to do? You're not specifying anything. So if you're taking notes, I really encourage you to do this. When you use where in a conversation, it's more about a discovery question. You're asking her something. When you use what in a conversation, you're specifying something. Like, what does that look like to you? Like, what are you expecting from me? And then you can go from here. And if you choose like a question, let's just say you're starting with who. No, I'm not a high school teacher. I'm just talking about how you can effectively communicate with women. So when you start with who, it's further information, and you're trying to get further information about people or circumstances that you're in the relationship. So these are the tools that you can use when you're in an argument. Like, guys, like, understand, like, this is so effective that I've helped couples change their relationships because of this. And then lastly, I want to talk about this, and then we're going to go into something else. Is one of the biggest things, like, when it comes to effective communication, especially with women that you don't know, these are good things to start with when you're asking women questions, right? So like, I mean, I think the cheesiest thing to say to a woman is like, how often do you come here? You know, like, it's so ordinary, and it's so bland, and every guy asks that, right? So how else can you fix that? How else can you redo this, right? How else can you make it seem more interesting, right? So one of the biggest things I always say is like, how do you feel about this place? Like stuff like that where it kind of takes her off guard, where she's like, what do you mean? How do I feel about this place? And then you just laugh and you say something else. So you get her thinking, get her different, get her in a different mindset. So that's the biggest thing that I can tell you with these tools is always when you're arguing, like with a woman or trying to get clarity from a woman, like this is what we are looking for. A man that's just going to be there and kind of listen, like, especially if your girlfriend or if your partner is complaining that you're never emotionally available or you don't listen. These are the tools that you can use to help you be effective, where she's going to be like, okay, he's actually trying. So that is really, really good. So another thing that I want to talk about too, because what it lacks us from doing this is like our scarcity mindset, right? So a scarcity mindset is meaning like you're coming not only from a place of lack, but one, you're scared. Two, you have a lot of self-doubt. Three, you'd have no direction with what it is that you want, and you don't have clarity from within and with yourself. So when a man has scarcity mindset, it literally tells people and the woman that he's dating that he accepts basically bullshit, right? So that he accepts bullshit like mind games or breadcrumbing, or I'm not too sure what I want, but we've been dating for 8 months, but yet I still want to date other people. So a man that accepts that behavior is coming from a scarcity mindset. And I know sometimes it's out there, and I know sometimes it's happening to some people as well. And I get it. And that's why I'm doing these lives for you, because I want to give you guys some clarity and some answers. When you come from a scarcity mindset, as a man, what happens is you're telling the woman that you're accepting her bullshit. Okay? So when that happens, when you accept bullshit, a woman does not take you seriously. Okay, guys? So scarcity mindset equals accepting bullshit, and that equals that a woman's not going to take you seriously. A woman is going to take you seriously when you are effective in your dialogue, when you are effective in your questioning, when you have set boundaries with, why do you think it's okay to date other people? Well, it looks like to me that we're on different levels. So see you next Tuesday kind of thing, right? So here's the thing is like, also too, scarcity is tactics are good in dating when things are kind of not on the same page, right? So for instance, what the topic that I just kind of talked about, right? Like a woman is going to be dating another man, or if she's with you, she wants to date other people, but she still wants to like relationship benefits, things like that, which happens in both sexes. It's not about women or men. It happens to the both of them. But the thing about there is when you accept, you're coming from a scarcity mindset, so you're accepting the bullshit and you're not taking it seriously, plain and simple. But the thing about here is if a woman is really interested in you, you have an opportune time to really put the scarcity into this dating type of relationship and saying, all right, well, I'm not going to stand for this, so I'll let you do your thing and I'm just going to go ahead and do mine, and enough of this. Like there's no more of me and you. Because if a woman really does appreciate you and likes you, she is going to try to come back and get her butt into shape, basically. And I've seen it. And this is a way that you can also test women to be like, okay, let's see how serious that she is about me. Don't do this to a woman that is showing up for you. You want to do it to a woman that is like half in, half out. There's a lot of scenarios that I can go over too. So, all right. So I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about here. I really wanted to give you these tools. I go dive deeper into examples with like in the boot camps with men. Like we talk about this and we do some Q&As and we do some like role play when it comes to certain types of environments that they would be placed in to actually have this communication. But this type of communication has saved so many couples that I've known and so many men, because I've dealt with a lot of men that are introverts too, and they just don't know how to really ask the right question. And also too, they're very factual. So they have to go in with a game plan. Like they feel more comfortable when they go in with a game plan. And that's for you guys that need this. Okay. I'm going to take a couple of questions after this. If you guys have any questions about this or whatever I'm saying, did something different with my little whiteboard here, like a teacher, right? Let me know. And I'm going to take some questions because I have a meeting here soon. And I just wanted to really jump on here and do this live for you guys and talk to you about it. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, why don't you write a book? I am going to write a book soon, guys. I definitely have that in the works. Just I'm a one-woman show with my products. I create everything. Like I create my blogs, I create my content, and I'm always going to be that person. So I will get to that. I said introverts, Michael. Why do women do the whole thing of giving a man bullshit, getting into an agreement and wanting space, then complaining that you don't care when you leave them alone? All right. So also in my boot camps, I talk about 3 different types of women. And this is so, so important. And one of those women that I talk about in there are the women that are kind of in the, what do I call it? The uncertainty zone. This is the zone before the high value woman, right? So where she's still in lack or finding herself, right? So typically when a woman is playing games or giving you bullshit, it's because you haven't drawn the right boundaries with her. Like you've showed her that you've accepted her bullshit in the past. So this is why this is happening. And then you get into an agreement that you're going to have space with her because of the bullshit that she's giving you. So now you're enabling the bullshit, and then she to accept her back when she complains that you're leaving her alone. So that tells me right there that there's no boundaries. Like there has to be that conversation right here, guys. Conversation. Why I won't tolerate this anymore is because of this, this, and this. When you are ready for something stable and good, then possibly we can talk if I'm still available and I'm still around, because I deserve to be treated the way I want to be treated. And I know that I could treat you, but I'm not getting the same in return. Why and when? See, guys, like this is effective. I just use that example for Jitin's comment. I believe that was your name. Sorry, Jitin, if I didn't pronounce that right. But you see, guys, like that is so, so critical to how you communicate. All right, so I'm going to take the next question. Okay, so why is a girl acting interested in me but is in a relationship? Can you please explain? Because she wants the attention. She's probably not happy, possibly not happy in her relationship, but she also seeks the attention from you. She probably is attracted to you in some way, so she's seeking that attention. But remember, typically relationships end how they started. So be careful with that. So yes, so SGC asked boot camps in NYC soon. There is a boot camp in New York City. The New York City boot camp is going to be July 6th. And that one is coming up very, very soon. I'll put the link here on my page so you can actually, I'll link it here in a second so you can sign up for the boot camp. I did there's a video, just go to my video page and on the video page, it's called How to Find Your Purpose. Just search that. And it's called How to Find Your Purpose. Okay, guys? Let's see what else here. Oh, thank you. Sorry, guys, I'm looking at your questions. They're just really coming in fast. Give me 1 second. Did you post a video about, okay, that's one. What did you think about the no contact rule after my ex-girlfriend broke up with me? Michael, what do you think about the no contact rule after my ex-girlfriend broke up with me? Okay, so I like that you asked that question because I do believe no contact is good in some scenarios, but there's some scenarios I would not ever do no contact depending on what you are going through, right? So it's really important. That's why coaching is really, really vital to like relationships because everybody's relationship is different. So the videos and the content that I do is typically like just kind of like the umbrella answer for everything. But once I get into the dynamics of the relationship, I can tell you more. But let me give you an idea of when no contact is typically not a good idea. So no contact is not a good idea if you were a man that was like emotionally unavailable for her or she was complaining because you weren't involved in the relationship as much, that you were closed off and, you know, all of these things, then no contact is probably not a good idea. Also too, like think about it like this. No contact is not just to not contact someone for 30 days. Like it's to get you as a person back so you can become So when you reapproach the relationship, you can showcase some type of change of what wasn't working in the relationship and be grounded and level headed. Because when you lose someone you love, that's heartbreak and you lose a part of yourself. So the 30-day no context is really about getting grounded with who you are and showcasing change as well. So when you do contact it again, you don't fall into the old patterns, the old behaviors. This is the time where you look at the outside in and you're able to really like dissect, like, what was it that I could have done better? And basically, figure out if this is even the person that you want to be with. And if it's so, then you're more clear in how to go about it. So I hope that answers your question. Um, all right. Also, what if you are dating a woman who doesn't? Okay, give me a second. Okay, so Ra asked a really good question. So also, what if you are dating a woman who doesn't know or like having difficult conversations? This happens a lot, right? So typically this happens because they might have trust issues or they have a hard time opening up, or maybe this wasn't something that they were raised in their family. Like this is something that they just don't know how to do, right? So I think this can help you. This is why I'm doing this, guys. It's so funny. All of these questions are coming in, and like I'm still referring back to this. This is how you can get a woman to open up. Like literally, this is like, I'm telling you guys, these are the tools that you need. So for example, like you can just ask her slow questions. So Ra, what I would suggest for you to do is just take your time, pace yourself, and don't rush her to like talk to you and be like open with you. Like just start some of the question-based dialogue with this. I also have a manual called the 20 question manual to get to know a woman's true self, which can help you if you guys been dating for a while. That manual I tell you to use when you're dating a woman, not on a first date. So this is really, really good. And this will help you. I think for you, it's just about giving her time, because typically when a woman has trouble opening up and is not easy with does not like having difficult conversations, it's because possibly she's had a difficult conversation before and been shut down by another guy or something has happened like that. So what I would recommend to you is just to pace yourself and set the tone. Lead as an example. I talk about that in so many of my videos. Like men have an opportunity because you are meant to be leaders, and that's masculine energy. So you can lead and see where that goes and like create that space of her to feel like she's trusting, that she can trust you. And creating the space of her feeling like she can trust you does not mean that you drop everything that you're doing and be there for her. That's not what I mean. It's just creating the space as far as just showing up, being consistent, planning it out, pacing yourself also, because pacing yourself builds trust. People think that, okay, if I got to build trust with this girl, I got to show her that I'm really actively involved and I got to see her every day. I got to pick up every one of her phone calls. I got to text her every time even though I'm busy, I'm going to text her right now. It doesn't work like that. Like natural pacing yourself in a relationship builds trust, because it does show that you're in a healthy standpoint in life and you have a healthy mindset, but also too, it gives you an opportunity to really get to know a woman, and the vice versa for her too. So start your questions like this, Rob. Hope that helps. All right, so let's see their questions. Watch you quite often. My question is, I don't know where a question is. Okay, let me and you. Okay. Also, what if you're okay, guys? I'm trying to go through these questions. I scrolled to the top, so I have some that I'm not missing. Are you going to make a dating video game like The Seducer? No, video games is not my thing. I actually I only played Super Mario. I only play Super Mario Kart. All right, so let's see. You have new makeup on it. Oh, thank you. Okay, and he wanted me to apologize for that. All right, when a girl has feelings for you but is not interested in you, when you express your feelings to her. Okay, so when a girl has feelings for you but is not interested in you, that doesn't make sense. That's very contradicting. Like if a girl doesn't have feelings for you, that she's not interested. Like there's no way that a girl can have feelings if she's okay, let me take that back. So feelings could be like in a friend way. Like I just like your I like spending time with you. Like, I like just hanging out with you. But feelings as a friend, maybe, but feelings as far as love and seduction and attraction, she can't have love if she's, I mean, feelings in that way if she's not interested in you, right? So, um, I'm coming out with a product of from friend zone to commitment, or to I think I'm going to call it friend zone to attraction. To master the I don't know what we're going to call it yet, actually. So I scratched that, but that is a very good product that I would recommend you to come to invest in. It's going to definitely have friend zone in it, guys. Sorry, but I definitely think that that is a good product for you to invest in, because that's going to help you to how to seduce women, how to naturally attract women. And I think sometimes when this happens with a lot of men, it's because of the fact that your attraction is more based on a dynamic of being friends with her than anything else. So if you like a girl, don't, like, it's a great thing for a man to be our friend. We get it. Like, my partner is my best friend. Like, he's literally my best friend. And, but we still have that part of our relationship too that's just not my best friend. So when he was courting me and when he was going for me and when he was trying to pursue me, then he was like one of those people that one of those men that were actually very good on drawing the line of telling me exactly what it is that he wanted and expected from me. He wasn't like, I want you, baby. Like, no, none of that shit. He was just like, okay, let's see what this girl is all about. You know, he challenged me. Like, he literally challenged me because he looked at himself too as a prize, but in a respectful way. And I acknowledged that and I praised him for that, you know? So I think when you're stuck in that type of situation, it's because you were just kind of going with the flow and possibly a little bit passive. I'm just making assumptions because this is off of what I've known from my history of coaching, but I would really encourage you to schedule a session with me and we can work on it. And I also will do some more lives. And I'm going to be doing some webinars soon with these two big products that I have coming out. I can't wait to share them with you guys. They're going to be freaking amazing. Anyways, got excited. Hi, John. Oh my God. Thank you, John. That's so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. Just wanted to say thank you for your videos. They have helped me so much over the last few years. Oh, I appreciate that, John. I would love to know how they have helped you, like in what way. Because I do a lot of different content, like for relationships, for communicating, personal development, and things like that. And I'm really happy to share it in my boot camps, guys. So I'm having my boot camps in New York City, July 6th, and then in LA, September 14th. And I cannot wait to meet you guys face to face. The one in Miami, if you're in Miami, or if you're in Orlando, if you're in Florida, if you're in Tampa, come to Miami workshop. It's next week. I think I have 5 more tickets available. I think there are 5 or 4 more tickets available. And it's May 25th on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And it's a 5-hour intensive boot camp with me and a couple of other men. And it's more of an intimate setting because I don't want it to be a big crowd of men. So I haven't been really talking about it as much as now the past week. So I really encourage you guys, if you can come to the Florida boot camp, that would be amazing, or any other boot camp around here. I'm just going to start to do them. I know a lot of you were asking me to come to the UK and Australia and Europe and France, excuse me. I'm definitely going to come to those places. I just don't know when yet, guys. So bear with me. All right. Thank you so much, Dawn. I really appreciate that so much. Sending you so much love. All right. So let's see some more questions, guys. I love doing lives for you guys. Yazir, I don't see your question. So, I mean, understand that. Here's the thing is, like, passive aggressive doesn't work. Okay. So Yazir, like you said, Apollonia, thank you for ignoring my question. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. I'm going to call out your bullshit, not because of the fact that I'm trying to like one up you or I'm mad. This doesn't affect me. I don't care. But I'm here to teach you men what works with women. And I'm one myself, right? So comment like that. Like, if something doesn't go your way, if you're dating a woman, and I'm not saying that this is you at all, but what I am saying is passive aggressive never works with women or in general, right? So like, that shows me what goes on a woman's mind. Okay. And I'm not saying that if this is you, but on the topic of a man being passive aggressive with a woman. And I will, like, this is, I'm here to give you guys freaking results. I'm not here to be the bad cop, but I'm here to give you good results and give you freaking truth. Okay. So when we see a man that's passive aggressive, let's say he approaches us and we're like, no, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. A guy approaches me, I'm like, I'm sorry, but it was really nice talking to you, but I have a boyfriend. And he's like, oh, well, then that was a waste of time. When he says something like that, that means that in my head and the people or girls around me that he could have had probably an opportunity with means he's insecure. That's the first thing that comes to our mind. He's unstable, he's unsafe, and he's insecure. That takes off our meters for everything, for absolutely everything, guys. So make sure that you understand that, because that's so, so important. And I'm sorry if I brought this up like that. Well, actually, no, I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry that if you've done this before, but I just want you to be clear, like that will never work with a woman. So just be patient, be understanding when, you're in environments with, that things aren't going your way right now. Like, just be patient. It'll happen. All right. So let me go on here. Sorry, I got stuck on that one. Let's see. Come to the Caribbean. Okay, so someone says, silent treatment is emotional abuse because of my financial instability. What do you suggest? Okay, I'm going to try to find your comment again, but I have a question for you. Like, is someone giving you the silent treatment because you're not financially stable? Is that what you're saying? Just say yes or no. And if no, just clarify for me, please. All right, so the message box in YouTube won't let me type out my question. That's weird. All right, so this girl that wants me to be with her, and I love her, but she won't recognize me as an alpha male. Should I just leave her alone? But why does she need to recognize you as an alpha male? I don't get that. Like, is she not, you mean like she's not respecting your time? Or, like, we put so much identification to a specific title of something, right? So like an alpha, you don't have to classify yourself all the time like I'm this alpha male. Like an alpha male is about your mind, like how you approach things. Are you coming from an abundance mindset, or are you coming from a place of lack or scarcity, right? It's about how you are, right? So there's this video I really encourage you to watch. I just posted it, if anybody saw it, 3 days ago, which was one of my favorite videos. It's 8 mindsets of an alpha male. And that was a really, really good video. I love that one. It was in New York City, and the Empire State Building was behind me. Isn't that cool? Have you guys seen in the new videos that I posted the what was it called? Oh, and I forget the video title, but it was in a place where you can see the Eiffel Tower behind me, and it was kind of foggy because it was a not so good day, but you could see the Eiffel Tower in front of me. Say Paris in the comments if you know what I'm talking about, if you've seen those. It's pretty cool to do videos all over the world, because I was doing, I went there for an interview actually there. So let's see. Yeah, so Shadow President said you need to recognize yourself as an alpha male. Yeah, so it's exactly, thank you. It's about recognizing yourself. It's not like she has to say that you're an alpha male. Like that's why I just didn't get that question. All right, so you're an alpha male if she wants you. That was a good one. That was actually really good. Digital cash net worth, that was awesome. Oh, sometimes comments don't crack me up like that, but that one was good. I don't know why that was so funny. Okay. And giving her space generally showed interest, had results like, I said, let her know what the problem is. If she starts to flip the situation, it's time to move on. Oh, Enrique, thank you. Be patient to the point. I was patient, gave space, generally showed interest, had results, but like Apollonia said, let her know what the problem is if she starts. Yeah. So like, honestly, guys, if there's problems that you're facing with women, okay, so let me think of the most common problems. One is that she's not giving you the time. Like she's not being present, really. She's not initiating as much, right? So we go back to here. So if she's not initiating as much, my advice for you would be to take some time, to take some space, and really analyze how you're showing up in this dating or relationship type of environment that you're in. And ask yourself these questions like, am I scared to lose her? And also ask yourself, like, am I better with her? Like, will I feel better about me when I'm with her? And if you've answered yes, that you're scared to lose her, and yes, that you are better, you'll feel better about yourself if you're with her, you're not in an abundance mindset. That's a scarcity or coming from a place of lack. So your first job, no matter what, is to switch that and figure out what is in me. And this is what we do in our sessions, my coaching sessions with you guys. We talk about why, where is this coming from? And we fix this. Sometimes it takes a couple coaching sessions, sometimes it takes one, depends on where you're at. And we fix this and we come from an abundance mindset. The abundance mindset looks like, my life would be good with her. Yeah, she's probably could add some value, but I'm not too sure yet. That's what abundance mindset looks like. I'm not going to settle for less. An abundance mindset also looks like, what was the first question? I forgot, guys. Oh yeah, the fact that she is not, if she's not showing up for you, then it's more about, all right, so on to the next one. Like if she's not going to give you the time or respect or the day, or you guys don't have the same emotions for each other, then chemistry is one-sided. Remember the video that I posted yesterday? So this is what, if it happens to you take space and then she slowly comes back, use this, guys. This is what you use. So why do you think, the why, ask her, why do you think this time is going to be different? What do you expect from me? And then you can just say, something like, how we got here wasn't the way that I was planning on getting here, but I got to take my time and see if this is something that I want to. So now you're putting yourself on a pedestal and you are not putting her on the pedestal, because it's so, this is the number one key to attraction, is how you think about yourself as a man, right? You guys can do this. I know you can. And I've seen so much significant change with clients and people that just watch my videos or read my blogs or listen to my podcast. There's so much stuff, especially with my boot camps, okay? So I really, really encourage you guys to use these tools that I'm giving you when it comes to effective communication. If you're married and you're having troubles in your marriage right now, or if you are in a relationship and you're having trouble and you're in fight or flight mode kind of thing right now, use this. If you're a man that is emotionally not available for women, or has hard communicating effectively and a woman is craving this, use this. Okay, guys, I have a product called 35 Rules to Save Your Relationship. And I talk about these tools that you can use. So let's take a couple more questions and then I got to run to this meeting, guys. Apollonia, define alpha for the men in the chat, please. I have a video about that, and that's such a big, alpha, literally, I don't want to just define it. I might do another live. That's a good live topic. I'll do another live about this and do it like this, literally word by word, just section by section of what an alpha is to a woman and how that impacts us to choose you as the man we want to be with. All right. Do you think videos are temporary advice? No, I don't think videos are temporary advice. I think videos are advice for whatever stage people are in. So someone can come to my channel when he wants to learn how to attract, and then he can come back to my channel when if he has an issue with communication in his relationship, or he is wanting to know a little bit more about personal development. So I think I try to tailor my videos all in different people's walks of life. I do a lot of coaching for men that have been married or are widows. So that's a big topic in my area, in my field. I have a lot of men that are like that. A lot of people ask me what is the age range that I coach from? I coach from 22 to, the oldest client I think I've ever had, and I have a couple of them are 67 or 68. And those clients are in marriages and asking me advice on that. So I hope that answers your question. Just got off of work. When's the next live chat? London, I think the next live chat, I'm not too sure yet, but if you follow me on Instagram, guys, I warn you when I'm going on a chat, on a live. That's the first place that I will warn you. Sometimes I'll do it if you're on my email list, but definitely if you can get on my email list by downloading the 7 Common Mistake ebook that men make when attracting women. And then follow me on Instagram. It's Apollonia_Ponti. And you can get that there. All right, guys. So I'm so happy to have you guys here on this live. I know there's so many questions coming in. I'll definitely do these lives more often so I can answer some of these questions for you. And I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry for those people that I couldn't get the questions out there and answered for you. Um, could you, oh, I like this question. So I want to actually address this. Could you say a few words about the seduction phase? So the reason why I want to answer this is I know this is gold for so many men that are watching this. Okay, so I'm going to give you just one thing. I actually talk about this in my boot camps. Like we have a full Q&A, and I talk about the seduction phase in a relationship because there's 5 stages of attraction. And I talk about the 5 stages of attraction in my boot camps. Okay, my boot camp is May 25th. If you're just joining in Miami, there's another one in New York, July 6th, and September 14th in LA. So I really encourage you to sign up for those boot camps. I will put the link here in just a second. I just want to get into this. So one of those 5 stages of attraction is seduction. But a lot of men get it confused, right? They think that seduction is the first thing that they have to do. So let's just say these are the 5 stages of attraction: first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, right? So they always think the first thing they need to do is seduce a woman. But here's the thing. Us men and women are different when we see someone we like. Men look at one and they're like, okay, this girl's beautiful and I'm into her, right? I'm into her. But women, like, they don't even know if they like you yet when you approach them. It's about how you make them feel. Like women just don't go into talking to a man and being like, I like him when they just see him. Like that really never happens unless I'm 21 years old and I'm in the bad boy, hot boy phase. Like that's just not even it. And then they'll typically, when those really, really hot guys open up their mouths in that stage of my life, in the bad boy stage, it's like they had nothing really good to say. And it was like, oh, Debbie Downer. It was like such a killer. So anyways, here's the thing is like, but here, I don't want to avoid that topic. Your appearance does affect how a woman is going to feel about you. So don't think that you can just like sit on the couch and eat Cheetos and expect to have this 10. Like that doesn't happen. I want to keep it real with you guys. So number one thing is men get confused that seduction is the first thing that you have to do. So first thing that you don't do is seduction. That's actually the 4th thing. So the seduction phase is not like talking about sex. And that's what some men get confused with. What seduction is implanting things that make you valuable, right? That make her be like, I think I like him. So you can do simple things like physical notions when you're out on dates, like caressing her arm, putting her hair behind her back. If you're like talking to her, if it's in her face, going like that, and making those type of physical notions with her so she's well aware of it. And then after that, it's about communicating. Like how you communicate with a woman, like this, and how you plant seeds for a woman, right? So like one thing that I always say is like, one good thing is to catch a woman off guard. Like say something like, I never thought that I didn't think that you were this type of woman. And then she's gonna be like, what do you mean this type of woman? So now you're challenging her and you just look at her and you're like, nothing bad. And that's it. And she's gonna be like, what? And then you can do things like, I see the way that you're looking at me. And then she's like, I'm not looking at you in any way, and then this is where you build the seduction, the sexual attraction. The moments of silence, a lot of times too, when you're on dates, men try to fill in the moments of silence. Like when you are not saying anything on a date, it's the most powerful time, guys. And a lot of times what men do is like, okay, so you have any brothers or sisters, because they don't want to let that awkward silence be there. But instead, what you do is you kind of just take a sit back and you just look at her during that awkward moment of silence. And you just look at her and you just go for a second and give her some eye contact. This not only shows inner confidence of a man, but it shows that your demeanor is relaxed, that you're calm, and that you're collective. This is a way of seduction too, guys. Like this is another thing that you do. And a lot of times too, we always think that we have to like show interest and like question her so much to show her that we're into her, because that's what we're trained to do. And if we read a blog online that says, oh, you got to be emotionally available and you have to ask her the right questions and you have to make sure you listen. Okay, well, that maybe isn't a relationship, but this is like, no, sometimes you got to be careful with the blogs that you read. Sometimes they're just bloggers that are writing to just get traction on a website. And it's just this hocus pocus advice. But the truth is like, you've got to be comfortable in your own skin in the seduction phase, because if you're not comfortable in your own skin, you can't seduce. Plain and simple. That's the only thing. And the seduction phase doesn't happen in the first time. It's the 4th stage. And I talk about the 5 stages of attraction in my boot camp. So I hope that helps you. And there's so much to seduction, and I just can't get over. That's just the one couple tools that I'm giving you here. I can't go over it all here. But I definitely would encourage you guys, if you can, if you're in New York, LA, or Miami, to come to my boot camps. And I will definitely do that for you guys. All right, so I want to put this in here really quickly before I leave to the link for you guys for the boot camps. And I can't wait to see you guys there and meet some of you guys. Hi from Arkansas. I see you, Fernando, from Arkansas. That's awesome. I love your content. Keep it up. Thank you so much. That means a lot. It takes a lot of work, but I'm so happy to provide it for you guys so much. I'm so happy to do it. So here is the link for the bootcamp tickets. So Miami one is May 25th, and it's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. All right, guys, I have to get to a meeting. Need a drink of water. I hope you wrote down these tools and know the reason why. If you guys are just joining, you'll be able to watch the replay soon in regards to what I mean by all of this. All right, so London Sound Factory, Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, I hope you can come to my boot camp. You can click the link there. And remember, guys, I'm so thankful for you. Thanks for joining this live. I'm so happy of the community that we are actually building on this channel. I'm almost at 150,000 subscribers. That's insane. I think I just did this. This channel has actually is less than a year. Like, I've just opened up this channel in less than a year. That's insane to me. So I appreciate you for sharing all of my videos, guys. And I really, really appreciate it. Thanks again to you. Thanks again. I really appreciate you, John, for that. And love you guys. Remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.